Welcome to the Campus Edge, a production of Butler Community College.
Produced by students and for everyone, students included.
Today's shoot marks the third episode of the Campus Edge.
And it's hard to believe that we're this far in already.
Right? But we still have a long road ahead of us, right here on the Campus Edge.
For this episode, we're sticking with a focus on our very own Butler Community College.
And with everything being focused around the college, we have a lot to choose from.
But do we have to? Choosing's a lot of work.
Speaking of work, why don't we take a look at my good friend Ashley's package on student workers?
I see what you did there. Okay.
It can be extremely difficult for some students to work around school and work, but working students on campus have it figured out. Let's listen to what they have to say about the benefits of working on campus.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, all right.
I work at the registrar's office here in El Dorado.
I work in financial aid in El Dorado.
I work in the financial aid office. Thank you for calling Butler Financial Aid in El Dorado. This is Aubrey. How can I help you? Basically what we do is help people, like they fill out their FAFSA and then we get all their information that we need to be able to offer them student loans so we can help them pay for college, and then once their FAFSA is in, we just answer questions that they have.
And the registrar's office is basically just student records. We primarily work with transcripts, college transcripts and high school transcripts. We make sure that they are official or unofficial. We process them and get them entered into our system.
I chose to work on campus because I wanted to meet people my age, just form close relationships with people who are closer to my age and that I could relate to more.
I think the main reason I would prefer is because it's so close and I live in the dorms, so I can literally walk. I just like how close it is and how at home it feels. Everybody's so kind and lenient with our schedules.
Right after work, I can go straight to the library and start studying or anything like that.
You know a lot more about what's going on with school and you're more involved, and it's a lot easier to just come from class.
I also get more insight as to what Butler does and has to offer, because there's some things that just isn't publicly known. You kind of have to really dig for it, and the registrar's office definitely has a lot of things that you can look into.
You know a lot more about what's going on with school and you're more involved. If I didn't work here, I wouldn't know about like snow cone days or popcorn days or anything like that.
If you're not sure that work and school is a good fit for you, try working on campus to get that extra cash. This has been Ashley Parscal reporting for BCC TV, Channel 20.
It's great that the college has so many opportunities for students to find work.
I agree. Finding work is always something to look for, but you need to make sure it doesn't get in the way of your day-to-day.
What do you mean, Elijah?
Well, I'm talking about student life in the dorms. Life in the dorms can be crazy, and work just adds chaos.
Well then, we should have someone talk to students to see what they think about life in the dorms.
You know as well as I do that we're prepared for this.
Reporter Austin Ashcraft talked to a few students to find out what life is like in the Butler dorms. Here's his story.
What is it like living on campus? What is it like to live with a friend or a complete stranger? These are the questions I wish I could talk to someone about before moving in. So we decided to ask some of the students living on campus what they think and any advice they have for people considering moving in.
My name is Chandler Mojo. I am part of the Butler Vocal Music Department, and I'm also an RA here for the West Dorms. We take on a lot of responsibilities as an RA. We have to maintain our halls and buildings overall between the rest of the RAs, and we ensure the safety among our residents, and we just try to build better relationships with the people around us to make them feel more at home, more like they have at least somebody they can go and talk to, and we're just kind of there as support systems and security systems for all of our residents.
Okay, I live with a stranger. We quickly became friends after we moved in together. It can be interesting at times because both of us have conflicting schedules and interests, but we both find ways to make it work. It can be pretty fun. You just have to try to get along with your roommate, and if you guys do get along, it can be great for both of you.
It's fun because most of my friends live around me. It's a lot of fun just being on my own with all my friends surrounding me.
I figured it was going to be really cramped, but if you set up your room the right way, it's really not. I like living in the dorms. It allows me to be closer with my friends, and it makes it a lot easier to make friends that way. And it also makes it easier for on-campus activities instead of having to drive to and from campus.
Definitely seek out friends that also live in the dorms, because if you need time away from your roommate, it is definitely nice to get away.
If you don't know your roommate, don't let them start feuds with you, even though they might try, because then it will just end up not being fun for either of you to live there. Just like try to work stuff out.
The dorms are an awesome way, like I said, to meet friends. I remember last year when I was a freshman, within the first week I had tons of friends. We all just kind of bonded and got to know each other really well, and it was really cool. Definitely as a first year experience, it was awesome being able to kind of live the college life and live in the dorms.
In the end, living in the dorms isn't that bad. It's a great way to make friends, and if you're living with friends, it's even better. It's a great experience some people ought to try. I've been Austin Ashcraft, with Campus Edge. Ah! I'm good.
What a great start to the show. We're climbing up to the top with more great stories coming up after this spot break.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Being a dad is an adventure full of special moments.
A cruise?
Surprise! Unexpected moments.
I got this.
And even awkward moments.
Okay, Dad, thank you.
But every moment you spend with your kids, even the smallest moments, can make the biggest impact on your child's life. So take a moment to be a dad today.
You know what, Elijah? I think I want to try rock climbing.
Well, that was a little out of the blue. Why do you want to try rock climbing?
I really don't know. I just want to, you know?
Not really, but if you want to go rock climbing, you should check out Sam Price's story on Bliss climbing.
That sounds like a great idea.
Of course it's a good idea. I came up with it.
Let's go look at Bliss climbing and see what makes them special to the Wichita area.
Hi, I'm Campus Edge reporter Sam Price, here at the Bliss Bouldering and Rock Climbing Foundation.
So I actually got interested in rock climbing because about a year ago I bought my husband a 30-day pass to Bliss here for our anniversary, and he came for a month and convinced me to come. We came on my birthday and it was the first time I'd ever rock climbed at all, and I loved it. So one of the things that I really liked about climbing is that instead of having to do a traditional workout, I can climb, and I have been getting in probably the best shape of my life, and I really enjoy it because it's actually a lot more fun than a traditional workout. I don't dread it, I actually look forward to it, and it's something that you can do with friends, whereas all the workouts I've done in the past, you sort of do it on your own, whether you're running or doing something like that. It's kind of a solo thing, and climbing is with a partner, so I love that. I think I really got hooked at climbing here at Bliss because of the community. As I said before, it's something where you can do it with other people, and I found that compared to a traditional gym environment, this was a place where people were really encouraging to you, and they want you to succeed, and nobody's making fun of you or making you feel like you're not doing it right or anything like that. And so I think I really got hooked here at Bliss because they've created an amazing community, and it's just really been an awesome experience. I currently climb 3 days a week on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays, and I'm usually here for about 2 hours every day.
If you ever want to have a good time in Wichita or come work out, Bliss Rock Climbing is a great place to come.
That place always amazes me. Bliss climbing sets the bar really high.
I think I'm gonna go there for some lessons.
It's definitely better than going rock climbing without lessons.
You know who else had to climb to where they are today?
Well, of course, that would be our very own Mr. Mike Swan.
Zeb Campbell gives us an in-depth interview with Mr. Swan and his journey to Butler Community College.
I'm here in the 100 building right outside Mr. Swan's office. I'm going to go sit back here in the newspaper and speak with him just a little bit about his journey to get here at Butler.
High school, we had a really good newspaper, a really good teacher. So that would be the start. Then I went to Iowa State and took journalism and worked on the student paper there and the student magazine. And I worked for the Des Moines Register down the road as a correspondent in sports, which was probably one of the best things ever did. Newspapers in Iowa. I interned in Harlan, Iowa, which was a pretty good operation down by Omaha. And then they hired me back to be sports editor in Centerville, Iowa, and covered Indian Hills Junior College, which Butler plays to this day. Webster City, Iowa, and was city editor. Then Jackson, Minnesota, and I was editor of the paper there. I went back to grad school and got all the teaching certifications. And then I was a journalism teacher in Iowa City. Then I got married and we moved to Texas, and I was English and journalism down in McAllen, Texas for 6 years. Back to Iowa for a year. Newspaper teacher at a small town, Belmont, north of Ames. But then a bond issue didn't pass there, and I was the last hired. So they said, you can work here one more year. And I said, I enjoyed it, but I gotta go, right? And I saw this job at Butler advertised online. This is early in finding jobs that way. And I applied and came down here, and the interview was great. And I got a call and they said, would you like this job? And I said, well, can I have 24 hours to talk it over? And we did, and came down here, and been here ever since. And it's been good for 20 years here.
Mr. Swan has a reporting one every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. I've liked having him as a teacher. He's really interactive with his students, and I like the assignments that we get. He shares a lot of his own experiences with us, and that's fun to see. I guess his journalism past, how he's kind of evolved into what he is now.
We started the sports media program 16 years ago. We had students doing the games. That's one of the reasons we have a radio station here. Dean Patton said, well, maybe we should start a scholarship program here for sportscasting. And I'm like, oh, I'm in. And so the backing of that, this is the 16th year of it, has been tremendous. I mean, travel. We cover all the men's and women's basketball games at home and on the road, and all the football games at home and on the road, plus all the other sports.
In our final stories coming up, we take a look at our very own McGrizzles and Butler student YouTube channels. Remember, we're just getting started here on the Campus Edge.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely. To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived!
Have a seat, my dude. For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Impressive.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Our last two pieces today are sticking to an entertainment theme.
Well, Elijah, which one do you want to cover first?
Well, I think I want to save McGrizzles for last, because it's just too good.
Then that would leave the student YouTube channels.
I remember this one. Reporter Hunter Morgan asked a couple of us with YouTube channels why we have them and what we like about them.
Isn't YouTube starting to get very popular with people as a viable option for employment?
I think it usually starts as a hobby, but I guess.
I'm Hunter Morgan here with the Campus Edge. I'm doing a piece today over YouTube channels. I myself have a YouTube channel and my friends who I collab with, and that's who I'm interviewing today. Here's my really bad logo I made on Google Docs. But I just want to talk for a second because YouTube, I think today is a very important platform for a lot of people who aspire to make film, short videos, skits, stuff like that, because it's not something that you have to like pay for. You just have to, you do what you want and you upload. And I think that's a really cool thing. It's really helped me with knowing what I want to do in life because I don't necessarily want to become a YouTuber, but it's being able to make, it's that greatness of being able to make your own stuff, and I think that's really great. And you know, let's get into it.
Hello, my name is Zach Schwarzenberger. I currently run 2 YouTube channels. The main one would be ZS Entertainment. We do a lot of comedy skits. I'm looking to try to get into some music. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And of course, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, really for what we do here at school. I also run a second channel called ZS Red. It's kind of an offshoot. You know, every YouTuber's got to have a gaming channel, right? But I want to do a lot more creative stuff on it. I have a series planned where we're going to go in depth on like hunting for game consoles and collectibles for games. I think that'd be really neat. Another series that's going to come out pretty soon is kind of an opinionative series where I just talk about the current gaming market. Might be kind of boring, but you know, I think it's going to be fun.
Hi, my name's Elijah Pykiet. I run the YouTube channel Sean Productions. As of right now, the YouTube channel is focused on just skits and comedy. I'd like to expand the brand. I've got a couple episodes of a podcast with Zach Schwarzenberger of ZS Productions. It's decently enjoyable. We'd like to record some more. We'll probably get that knocked out sometime. And I'd really like more of a focus to be on content like that, just more, less scripted content and more just kind of genuine reaction to, you know, not only my antics, but maybe those of others and real world events, you know, just kind of a mixed bag, a variety show of sorts, because I think that's a good time.
All right, so that was a little short, but that's just basically the information I want. I hope more creators come out and really start to let their creative stuff flow and won't be afraid to make what they want, because that's what's really important about it is you can do what you want and there are very little restrictions as far as how far you can go, not inappropriate wise, of course. But as far as your creative mind, you edit on whatever platform you want, you use anything, you record with any camera, it doesn't matter what you have. Just be you and express your creativity through your videos. See you later. That's all I got here for the Campus Edge.
It's really cool that more and more people are starting their own channels just for the fun of it.
For myself, it's a way to put out more entertaining content that I can't normally do here.
Well, don't you help Zach run McGrizzles?
I do, and it's so much fun. McGrizzles really lets our students see what they can do in entertainment instead of news.
That sounds great.
And today we're going to give a preview of our first skit in this semester's show.
I can't wait to see how McGrizzles turns out. It sure looks like a lot of fun.
Honestly, yeah, that's a very valid point. It's just, there's a lot of unseen hard work that goes into McGrizzles.
You can definitely say that again. Oh, well, hello. Me and Elijah were just interviewing ourselves for this Campus Edge package. One moment. I'm Campus Edge reporter Zach Schwarzenberger.
And I'm Campus Edge reporter Elijah Pykiet.
But more importantly, we're the executive staff of McGrizzles, a comedy skit TV show that'll be airing later this year on BCTV and YouTube.
It's been a lot of fun bringing this old show back, and probably equally as fun is delving into its interesting history. The best person to talk to about that is the show's creator.
I came to Butler in 2009, and there were a lot of things about this program that were already set. Campus Edge, which is our video magazine show, was the predominant student production that we did, and it really hasn't changed that much. But a lot of our students didn't want to go into news, even though they learned quite a bit from it. They wanted to go into more entertainment. So we had to find an outlet for those students. And we came up with two different ideas. We thought about a sitcom. The problem is it's either all or nothing. You either do a full 28 or 30-minute sitcom or you have nothing. But if you do a skit comedy show, then you can do it in bits and pieces, assemble it, and you've got a much better, chance of actually having something at the end of the semester. So we decided that that would be the best way. You can have all sorts of different types of flavor of writing and of directing and editing and performance. And again, it's a really good showcase for students.
So we know a little bit more about McGrizzles now, but I do have one question for you, and that's, what role do you think McGrizzles really plays here at Butler?
I think McGrizzles addresses a huge role, not just for the students, but also for the school. In Applied TV class, we typically make the campus edge. And while I have a blast making it, McGrizzles addresses an area where the campus edge really can't.
I agree. The Campus Edge is more of a magazine, soft news show, whereas McGrizzles has more of a laser focus on being a comedic entertainment show.
Exactly. I think I got a question for you now, though. Being the producer last semester and being the head writer this semester, what exactly does it take to make McGrizzles?
On the outside, when watching McGrizzles, it looks like just a couple of guys gathering around for just some fun, goofy times in front of a camera. And to a certain extent, there's some of that. But McGrizzles is a whole lot more. There's a whole lot of planning, a whole lot of script reading, tweaking, denying, approving. You are making a show. You are a producer. And so there's a lot of that has to go down so you can make the program what it needs to be. All right, Zach, and I got one last question for you. Considering you're the new producer of the show, what are your goals for McGrizzles this year?
I think the goal for McGrizzles is really what it's always been, giving the students the ability to use their talents the way that they want to. And while the Campus Edge gives us some experience making professional, serious content, I think that McGrizzles is really going to help people who want to go into entertainment and comedy and give them experience that they can take with them and help them down the road.
Honestly, I couldn't have said it better myself. And with that, I think that's all we got to talk about today.
I think you're right, Elijah.
We haven't yet set a premiere date, but I hope you've enjoyed hearing about McGrizzles and are looking forward to what we have planned for the future.
And to help tide you over, we've provided a sneak peek to this year's McGrizzles.
I'm Campus Edge reporter Elijah Pykiet.
And I'm Campus Edge reporter Zach Schwarzenberger. So, your career's over, huh?
What? No, what are you talking about?
It says it right here in the paper.
Why are you the executive producer now? Also, why is the Butler Lantern the first place I'm hearing about it?
Maybe it has something to do with McGrizzles 3 absolutely tanking.
Okay, listen, I don't care what the paper says. One tiny botched project is not enough to ruin a career.
What else have you done? It's probably amounted to like this much.
Can't let it end here. Zach, make McGrizzles while I'm gone. I have to go save my career.
You realize this is why episode 3 didn't work, right?
Zach, I won't tolerate that kind of sass from you.
Whatever you say, boss.
And that's that for the third episode of the Campus Edge for fall 2018.
I think we got a lock on this, and nothing will stop the Campus Edge from achieving greatness.
With another great episode in the bag, I think I'd have to agree with you.
If you want to see this episode again, tune in weekdays at 11 a.m. or see previous shows at 6:30 p.m. on BCTV Channel 20.
Or you can check them all out on our YouTube channel, Butler Student Media.
This has been The Campus Edge.